Hey guys, I just want to show you something real quick. So I want to show you what overwatering a potted tree can look like. So right here, this little tree right here in this pot is an improved Meyer lemon tree. And if you look down here, this isn't even all the leaves that have came off. This is just probably maybe the last month, maybe month and a half. I'm not going to leave these leaves here, I just put them here to show you how much has fallen off. So if you take a look through the branches, you can see how empty it's getting. Yellowing leaves, missing leaves, more yellowing leaves down there. This is a view from the top. It's pretty empty. You can see there's still some green leaves, and this is a little bit of new growth from this spring right here. Most of the tall stuff. So number one, overwatering causes yellowing leaves and leaf drop. Now that can be a nitrogen deficiency too. In this case, it's more than likely overwatering. About 2 or 3 months ago, I repotted this lemon into the same pot it was in. I just gave it a new soil media to put it in, new combination. I've been fertilizing it, and I want to show you something though. So if you look right here, we got flowers forming on it. We have a whole bunch more right there. Now, flowers can be a typical sign that it has nutrients, and it's been receiving regular nutrients. I have a micronutrient liquid mixture I give it, as well as fish emulsion, and I have a granular organic citrus fertilizer. I don't think you can see it, but there's the little brown and gray granules in there, and it's been fed pretty well, but as you can see, there's no new leaf growth. I don't think the tree will die, and I think I might end up clipping it back a little, but with the amount of flowers it's getting on it, probably 90 to 95% of the flowers are going to die and fall off before fruit will set, just because the amount of leaves on the tree is not enough. Here's another flower. Is not enough to provide the enough photosynthesis and energy conversion to support the amount of fruit that's setting. Now I want to show you one other thing. It's not as bad as it was, but an easy way to tell if you have phosphorus deficiency in a tree. Now I want to say phosphorus and not potassium. I'm pretty sure it's phosphorus. Is when you get leaf curl like this one, come at an angle. You see how the leaf is curling in like that with the bottom down here. You can see it in a lot of the tipped leaves, right here, over here, right here, right here, I mean all over. That's usually a sign of phosphorus deficiency. Now other deficiencies would be in the veins of the leaves. This doesn't have a big problem with the veins of the leaves. There is a chance that this tree could have citrus greening. I'm pretty confident that's not the case though. Pretty sure it's my overwatering. So what I'm going to do is, I hope I don't need to repot it again. I will if I have to. I'm going to let the soil dry out almost completely, and then when I water it again, I'm going to give it a rich compost tea made up of my micronutrient fertilizer, my fish emulsion, and I actually just recently gave it the organic citrus fertilizer, which is basically chicken manure. I think there's some feather meal and maybe some bone meal in there. I recently gave it some of that. So I'm going to let the soil dry and give it some nice fertilizer and see if we can't change anything. Right now, I don't see any signs of new leaves. I was hoping when these flowers started forming they would be leaves, but I'm not seeing any signs of new leaves right now. So we're gonna go from there. Do a little bit of cut back on the branches, pruning and whatnot, just because there's a lot of branches that are starting to be empty. And so if you see a leaf like this, it's yellow, a little bit of green, and it actually just came right off in my fingers, more than likely it's overwatering in this case. A nitrogen deficiency can give you leaves yellowing, a lot of the times yellowing from the tip. If you look at this one, you kind of got spotty yellowness. It's sometimes hard to tell between overwatering and nitrogen deficiency, but in this case I'm almost positive it's overwatering. So that's what overwatering results in. Now, strangely enough, now if you follow me on Instagram you already know this, but strangely enough, my blood orange tree, clear up there on the top, you can see the branches, has put out new growth with, as in leaves and branches, with the same exact fertilizer. So let me lift the camera up there. Sorry, really hard to see from this angle, but that's all new growth. Between 4 and 8 inches of new branches up there with nice green new leaves. And then also my little ruby red grapefruit tree right here, clear up there, it had nitrogen deficiency of some sort in the leaves, and you can kind of still see it where the veins are a little darker, but it has definitely improved with the fertilizer and nutrients I've provided it. I'm actually going to give it a little bit more, see if I can help it out a little bit more, and see if I can get those leaves back to where they should be. So, a little bit of sad news with my little Meyer lemon tree. I'm hoping I could bring it back though. We are hitting the high temps, been in the 90s lately. Let me give you a little tour of my tiny garden though. This is called an Amethyst Falls wisteria, and right now I'm growing it as a bonsai, and it was flowering beautiful flowers earlier. Here's my little Nagami kumquat, and this is crazy because it still has at least 2 dozen kumquats on it. Now I've already harvested 3 to 4 dozen, and it's only like a 3, maybe 3.5 foot tree. Blood orange, like I showed you, grapefruit. Back behind the grapefruit and the orange, I have some peppers and tomato plants. You can't see them very well. My lemon tree that I just showed you. Right here is one of my 4 passion flowers. They are the possum purple. This one actually you can tell was overwatered too, because look at the leaves. They are wilting a bit. Could be a result of the heat, but it's out of the direct sun, so more than likely it's overwatering. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you what happened to this. This was my Chilean guava. I had it in the direct sunlight for too long, and it may have killed it. Alright, here's 2 more of my passion fruit, putting out new growth. New growth over here, and then right behind it, in this little hedge, I have 2 tomato plants. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's tomatoes right there. There's tomatoes right up there. And then I also have 2 different types of pepper plants right in here. Right here is my peach tree that I got from a family member. And as you can see, I think it's been overwatered as well. I thought the pot would drain better than it did, but it hasn't. So it's getting some dead wood on it. Gonna cut that back. Now I'm excited for this. So right up here hanging, I have my Goji Berry, and I kind of like hanging it from a basket, because if you look, the branches drape clear down, clear down. These branches are 2.5, maybe 3 feet long, and look, red Goji Berry, red Goji Berry. Down here somewhere is a green Goji Berry. Right there I have a Goji Berry flower. I don't know if you can see that very well. Setting more flowers up here. I just transplanted some strawberries. Back here to the left, I have a blackberry, and I have 3 different types of peppers right there, a hot pepper and 2 bell peppers. Here's my wife's rhododendron tree, and I actually missed this. So this is my sad looking coffee plant. I had a strawberry planter that fell on it and crushed it, so it might be dead. And these are 2 seed started pomegranate trees that were smashed by the same hanging basket, and I think they'll be okay, but they're looking kind of sad right now as well. Give them water in just a minute. And then right back here is my coconut cream mango tree, and it's not doing so well. I had a branch that just dried up, and I don't know what happened to it. And here is another coconut cream mango tree. So in the winter I set up a small portable greenhouse, and those will go in. I just hope they can live long enough. Right now neither of them are doing too great. Right here's probably my best looking passion fruit. It climbs a little rope, climb, and it actually goes clear up there, if you can see it, towards that hook. And I have some flowers that are all drying up in the heat, sweet mint, Thai pepper, and more flowers that dried up in the heat, and I have some peppermint. So folks, for now that is it. Until next time, but like I said, careful not to overwater. Alright, have a great day. Growing to live, saying goodbye.